Hello everyone. It has been a good hot minute since I've done anything on my YouTube channel. Mainly because I got really sick. To the point where it took somebody else to... I was unconscious almost. And I had to be taken to the ER. Which is a very rare thing for me. Last time I ever been to the ER, I was a child, so I was probably 2 or 3 years old, and I had whooping cough. So if you guys catch a virus that acts like a cold, and you're drowning in a lot of lovely mucus, thing is, this stuff lasts for 30 days after you get over the crippling, debilitating side effects. You can only treat the symptoms. Oh shoot. I don't know why my phone decided to do that. You can only treat the side effects. There's no antibiotic to fix this and make it better quicker. So, yeah. So what I want to talk about is basically how to pull yourself back up and start where you began. So if you're trying to accomplish something and you are time and time and time again, and you find yourself that you are you feel like that you want to be treated better in a certain area, like for instance me, I want to be treated better at my job. And I am now currently looking for another job because it shouldn't be so hard to take time off when you are actually legitimately sick and you're taken to the ER or you require hospitalization. You shouldn't have to worry whether or not you have a job. And I think it is the most terrible thing where you live in an at-will state. Well, Commonwealth. Commonwealth has both the perks and the downfalls of being a Commonwealth, which is for the people by the people. Thing is, if the majority of the people that you are, they're white collar, you're gonna see a lot of people that are not white collar get treated like utter crap and always get the raw end of the deal. Any deal. And it's not fair. It is not fair. Now, before we go any further about this topic, if you are worried about something that is not in your control, you just gotta roll with it. That's all you can do. You can't fix it. You can't, basically you constantly do have to cover your butt. If you say, hey, I was so sick I went to the hospital, you need copies of your papers. You need copies of your documentation. Now, there's a lot of things that we don't know on how to remedy this because nobody wants someone to have a leg up. A lot of corporations want you in the dark. And, it is what it is. So, the way to pick yourself back up is you have to think of a plan. And if you are worried, it's never too early or too late. Well, actually, it's never too early to start applying for a plan B. When I say applying for a plan B, I'm saying throw it out there that you're able to clean homes. Like, hey, I'll clean your house for this amount. And pretty soon you'll be able to, or wash somebody's pet. Because there's a lot of things a lot of people don't want to do, and they do have extra money lying around. They're like, hey, for $30, I'll wash your dog and groom them. A lot of people don't want to do that because, let's face it, if you have a long-haired pet, you know what's hiding. And plus, there's a lot of cheap and affordable ways to stock up so you don't have to use your clients' resources. Like, you could go to the dollar store and pick up a bottle of Dawn dish soap and a cheap bottle of, let's say, Suave conditioner. And Suave actually is not bad for a pet's fur. Also, there's oatmeal soaks. Make a big old thing of oatmeal, like oatmeal bath, like chickenpox stuff. Dip the animal in it, rinse them off, and their coat is super soft and super shiny. I've been speaking from experience. I know how to budget life, and and including on things that probably shouldn't have been budgeted, but it worked out all the same. Like, for instance, I was really sick and couldn't afford my antibiotic. You can make antibiotic by making a very, very potent garlic and chicken broth. I would say a shot. You pretty much have it in a mug, and you pretty much put a lot of real minced garlic, and you cook it, and you at least let it boil 1 minute, and you just drink it. You will feel better. Don't push yourself. You will feel better within 2 days of doing that. I would only recommend 1 cup. Actually, depending on how sick you are. If you're so sick and you're having trouble rehydrating yourself, you would want to do 3 cups and some bread or crackers. And then after day 2, you want to do 2 cups. And day 3, you want to do 1. Basically 3, 2, 1 in 3 days. You will feel a turnaround. And that pretty much conquers viral and bacterial issues. But if it's bacterial, you really need to treat the symptoms and try to get yourself a very strong antibiotic. There are other remedies, but right now I can't think of them. Probably because it's hot. So, my goal is to basically give you guys an idea today as to what I'm going to talk about. I'm basically going to be talking about life hacks. Because a lot of people come to me for help. A lot of people come to me for advice. Sometimes people offer to pay me for that. And, I really don't mind. Because working in a retail job part-time, it's not paying the bills. It's barely getting me by. And I'm hoping to reach a good amount of audience. A big audience, hopefully. And I've actually taken some free courses to basically learn how to, make bank on what I'm good at, which is helping people, giving advice. Also, sell some upcycled merchandise. I have a lot of upcycled merchandise. If you are interested in browsing my shop, I am more than happy to share the link to it. So, with that being said, I want to dedicate as much time as I have to that for my goal and my dream, because something's got to give. More than once I've ran into that feeling where I'm on autopilot. I'm in a systematic day in, day out kind of regimen, and I want to be passionate about doing a job. I want to be eager and to love what I do. I really don't want to be another number. I want to help people. I want to let people know that feel alone, that they're not alone in certain things. Like depression, I can confidently say that, yes, my depression does come up, but I've learned how to beat it. I've learned how to conquer it without medication. And trust me, I used to be so depressed that I did contemplate the worst. Back when I was younger, I did contemplate and did attempt the worst. At age 17, I made the choice of committing myself and trying to get help without medication. And I voiced it out. I want this. I want this outcome without doing this. Because let's face it, medication could work. I have no doubt in my mind that in some cases, medication is needed and medication works. But then you have those people that would benefit more with therapy because medication doesn't work. Because it's not so much as a mental, emotional problem. It is a spiritual upset. It is a spiritual problem where you have no passion in life. Where you lose that spark of getting up every day. And it's just like, get up, get ready for work, go to work, wait to contemplate going home, go to sleep, repeat. I want to change that. I believe if I dedicate enough time and I make myself widely known, it is possible. At least I like to believe that. I'd like to make a go of it. I'd like to try. I would like to have that happy ending of where I profit off my own hard work, where I profit off my own ingenuity and creativity, and I'm able to employ people and I'm able to help people. I really like to be able to help people, and I would like to be able to live off that. And I do offer, a rate. I need to sit down and figure out my rates. Because right now, as it stands, it's $20, no time limit. To basically do, what is it called? Psychometry reads. And everything in between. I've helped a lot of people already. I have somewhat of a decent following. And I've woken people up. And that's what's wrong with society, really. Not enough people are awake. Not enough people can feel past themselves. Can sense and see past themselves. They're tunnel visioned. And if we showed more compassion, I think that we would have an honest go at having peace on earth. But most people are against peace on earth because they believe that it would cause the end of the world. Thing is, the end of the world as we know it is what it is. And true, you can't have peace without a little chaos. We need that yin and yang. It's all about balance. Life cannot be perfect. Honestly, it cannot. As much as we like to believe our life is perfect, it may be just perfectly for us, but it's not perfect for somebody else. So, this is what I'm trying to bring to the table. And I'm going to try to make this channel as well as my Facebook public. And we're going to see how that works out. So, the goal is to get as many subscribers as possible and get the word out. I am not a psychologist. I am not what you would say, a medically professional, I guess, student. I am actually a person that has had hands-on experience of the worst and the best of what life can be experienced as. I'm a survivor, and I want to help people survive. I've been in darkness, and I crawled out of it. Clawed my way out of it is more so accurate. I have a lot of knowledge. I know a lot of people are like, you're so young. How do you know? I didn't ask to be put in these situations, but I've learned a great deal from it. I never not once learned anything that I was pushed into or wound up in. I am simply a spiritual person that just wants to help people, to give them a different perspective that could help. And also, you could say I'm an entrepreneur. Because we have to face the fact that it's a give and take society. If we all work together, we can make it. We can survive. And also, I have a very large networking. So if anyone is looking for a job, or if anyone's looking to basically fix their life, I'm confident in being able to help and giving the resources out. But I do have an appointment. I do have appointments, and I'm more than happy to help. And I don't really ask for much. For now, as it stands, it's $20, no time limit. That's because I'm just starting out. So, with that being said, I wish everyone has a really good day today, and love and light to you all.